So today's subject is going to be about why going barefoot and wearing wider shoes can be better for your health overall. Now, everybody's gonna have different opinions, of course, just like anything, but this is just my own experience, of course, like anything. So yeah, we'll talk about it, dive deeper into it, and we'll get back on that. But did you know that your feet are the foundation of your entire body? But years of tight, narrow shoes might be holding you back, literally. Today, I'm going to be sharing why going barefoot and choosing wider shoes can improve your health and change the way you move. And I'll just say myself personally, since I've gotten into it, that I love I can tell a difference now. I can barely wear any modern shoes that are very narrow because my feet, after just a little bit, my toes and everything, they just hurt so much compared to the natural feeling of being spread out and such. And we'll get into it later on. I'll talk about it or tell you about my favorite shoes that yeah, I mean, I kind of whatever. People would look at me a little bit strange, but I had the glove shoes, the Vibram 5 fingers. But yeah, we'll talk about that later. So anyways, our feet are designed to move freely, spread out and adapt on uneven surfaces. But most modern shoes squash our toes and limit our mobility and weaken the muscles in our feet over time. That's why a lot of people, you see like thinking they need arches and such and everything, or they have bunions and all that. That's the reason why, because of modern shoes and just kind of restricting our feet from what they should be doing. So when our toes can't spread out or our feet, they can't flex naturally, it impacts our posture, our balance, and even our ability to absorb shock while running or jumping or walking as that as well. So yeah, I mean, some of the benefits that you might see from going barefoot is going barefoot. I mean, with that, it helps reconnect to the ground. And that's a huge thing that, many people out there in science and everything, the ground being energized and such. But if you just get out there in your bare feet and just the feeling of grass and all that helps us overall. But it helps improve your balance, your strength, and foot awareness. And it also helps activate the small muscles in your feet that often go unused in your shoes. Sorry. But so strengthening these muscles improves your overall mobility and reduces the risk of injuries like plantar fasciitis. I knew I was going to mess up on that one. Plantar fasciitis, man, you know what I'm trying to say. But plantar fasciitis, you're going to laugh at that one. But yeah, sorry, I'm not going to get it right. I failed. Or ankle sprains. So yeah. Anyways, but moving on to the next part is with wider shoes. I'll show you right here is one of my favorites. These are my gym shoes, or one set is the Zero. These are the Nexus shoes. But you can see much of like wider toe box here. But with wider shoes and everything, you're gonna have much happier feet. And so with that, most shoes are just way too narrow, especially modern ones. And again, it's just all marketing and all that such and trends and everything. I'm not one of those people. I think about the old things and stuff that, I don't like to be a follower. I want to be like, I wouldn't even say a leader, just somebody that just goes the different path from others. So I want to do something that's better for me. So with that, when you have those narrow shoes, you're going to be forcing your toes into an unnatural position and they just get locked up in there. So you just got to look at that as your toes should have space to move out or move around just like your fingers do. And so wider shoes allow for more natural foot shape, your natural foot shape, and reducing pressure and discomfort. So switching to shoes with a wider toe box not only feels better, but also helps align your body properly, improving your posture and your stride. And that's one thing I'll say is that I've realized, especially in talking to people with certain things that have been doing strength training for a long time, is they were told, when you're doing like squats, take your shoes off, get in your socks. Or again, I know that these for sure, my barefoot shoe or wider toe box shoes, and really with no support, I can do much more like in terms of